Hello, curious minds. Today, we're going to talk about salt, a mineral that we use every day in our food and for many other purposes. But where does salt come from, and how is it made? Salt is a mineral that is naturally occurring and is found in many parts of the world, including the ocean, salt lakes, and underground salt deposits. In fact, salt is so common that it's estimated that there are over 40,000 different types of salt deposits around the world. To obtain salt, we often use a process called evaporation. This process involves taking saltwater or brine, which is a solution of salt in water, and allowing the water to evaporate, leaving behind the salt crystals. This process can happen naturally in places like salt lakes or in man-made facilities called salt pans. In salt pans, the salt water is pumped into shallow ponds, and the sun's heat causes the water to evaporate, leaving behind the salt crystals. These crystals are then collected and purified to remove any impurities. Salt can also be obtained from underground salt deposits through a process called mining. In this process, miners use specialized equipment to drill holes into the ground, and then they pump water into the holes to dissolve the salt. The salt water is then brought to the surface and allowed to evaporate, leaving behind the salt crystals. So, there you have it, curious minds. Salt is a mineral that is naturally occurring and is found in many parts of the world, including the ocean and underground deposits. To obtain salt, we often use a process called evaporation, which involves allowing salt water to evaporate and collecting the salt crystals. Salt is an essential mineral that we use in our everyday lives and has been valued for thousands of years.